These three rich dudes decide to kidnap an entire school bus full of children and bury them alive for ransom? Now, this story starts with these three guys. Frederick Newhall Woods IV. Yeah, the fourth. 24 years old. James Schoenfeld, also 24. And his brother, Richard Schoenfeld, 22. We'll call them the trust fund trio. Because these guys, not broke. Fred's dad literally owns a quarry. Now, in case you don't know what a quarry is, it's simply a huge open-air mine where rock, sand, gravel, or minerals are extracted from the Earth's surface. Like, this is a quarry, and this too. So you get the point. They grew up with money and had options. But instead of, I don't know, getting jobs or traveling the world, spending some of that daddy's money, or literally doing anything else, these three geniuses sat around and said, you know what? Let's kidnap some kids. That sounds fun. Now Fred, he's the ringleader, the mastermind. And I'm using that word very loosely. This guy's got daddy issues. His parents are getting divorced. He's broke despite being rich. And he's got this wild idea that if he just had $5 million, all his problems would disappear. So he comes up with a plan, a very dumb plan. He's gonna kidnap a school bus full of kids, bury them underground, and ransom them back for $5 million. And James and Richard, they're just like, yeah man, sounds good, we're in. No hesitation, no second thoughts. Just three dudes planning a kidnapping like they're planning a camping trip. For over a year, these guys are preparing everything for this big heist. They buy a van, they steal license plates, they dig a giant hole at a quarry. They get a moving truck and bury it underground, in the giant hole they dug, like some kind of twisted doomsday bunker. They cut air holes in the moving truck, and they stockpile some food and water. After the preparation, they were excited. They thought they were criminal masterminds. Then, on July 15th, 1976, around 3 p.m., in a small city called Chowchilla, California, kids are coming back from swimming. This guy, his name is Ed Ray. Ed Ray is a 55-year-old bus driver at the point when this story happened, and he's driving 26 kids home from summer school, ages 5 to 14. They're laughing, talking, doing normal kid stuff. Then, this white van pulls up in front of the bus. It just stops, right in the middle of the road. Ed honks. Nothing. He honks again. Still nothing. He opens the door to go check it out and boom! Three dudes in nylon stockings, ski masks, jump out with guns. Get out of the bus, move! One of them yells. The kids are screaming. Ed's trying to stay calm. And Fred and the Schoenfeld brothers, they're herding everyone onto the van. I can't actually show kids here. Not because I don't want to, but because I can't violate child safety policy. And because I really enjoy having a YouTube channel. So here's a cool picture of Michael Jackson and some kids. So they're herding everyone onto the van. Like this is going exactly according to plan. Except it's not. Because instead of 3 vans, they brought only 2, they didn't bring the third van. So they end up stuffing 27 people into these vans like human Tetris. Now they get moving. The kids are crying. It's hot and cramped in the back of the van. And guess what? These 3 idiots are just driving around in circles for 11 hours. 11 hours! They're lost. They don't know where they're going. And on top of that, they stop for snacks. They're kidnapping children and they stop at a gas station like they're on a road trip. Finally, around 2 a.m., yes, 2 in the morning, they arrive at the quarry in Livermore, Fred's family quarry, the place that's literally registered in his name. Criminal masterminds, remember? They make everyone get out. And there's the moving truck, the one they buried in the ground, with a ladder going down into it. Get in, move! One of them yells. So Ed and all 26 kids climb down into this buried truck. It's dark, it's dirty, there's a little bit of food, some water, a couple air vents, and that's it. Then Fred and his buddies pile dirt and a 100-pound battery on top of the entrance, seals it shut, and they just leave. They bury 27 people alive and drive off thinking, we did it. We're about to be rich. Meanwhile, back in Chowchilla, panic erupts. Parents are freaking out. The bus is missing. The kids are gone. Nobody knows what happened. Police are searching everywhere. Helicopters, search parties. Even the FBI gets involved. And Fred, he's at his apartment, watching the news, eating popcorn, feeling like a genius. Now, down in that buried truck, Ed Ray is not giving up. He's got 26 terrified kids. No way out. Air is running low. It's getting hotter. Some kids are passing out. And Ed's thinking, we gotta get out of here, now. So he starts stacking mattresses, makes a human ladder. The older kids climb up. They start digging, pushing, clawing at the wood and metal above them. For 16 hours, they were trapped down there. 16 hours! And finally, they break through. Ed pushes the battery off, moves the dirt, and one by one, all 27 of them crawl out. They're alive. They made it. They flag down a truck, call the cops, and suddenly, the biggest manhunt in California history is on. Now remember, Fred used his family's quarry. The vans, traced back to purchases Fred made. The license plates, stolen. Investigators are connecting dots. It takes a few days, but bam, Fred's name comes up. Police show up at his place, but he's not there. He's hiding at his parents' place. They go over to his parents' place and bam, arrested him. James Schoenfeld, trying to lay low, boom, arrested. Richard Schoenfeld, same thing, boom, arrested. All three, caught, done. Now here's where it gets really dumb. Fred and the Schoenfelds, they never made the ransom call. You heard that right. They kidnapped 27 people, buried them alive, and forgot to ask for the money. The phone lines in Chowchilla were so jammed with police and media that when Fred finally tried to call, hours later, he couldn't get through, so he just gave up. He gave up. This whole plan, a year of planning, and he couldn't get through on the phone, so he just went home and took a nap? Yeah, take that for criminal masterminds. Trial comes around. All three are convicted. Life in prison, no parole. Eventually, after years of trying, they finally get paroled. Richard gets paroled in 2012. James gets paroled in 2015. And Fred, Mr. Mastermind, gets parole in 2022 after about 46 years. I guess they learned their lesson. And that, my friends, is the story of the Chowchilla Kidnapping. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe. And remember, crime doesn't pay, especially if you're an idiot.